Hey there, Floss Tube. This is Cathy, the hands-on designer. I'm coming at you. I feel like I'm doing a talk show today. I'm coming at you on location. I'm here at the Summer House. This is Beth Seal from Summer House Stitchworks.
Hi.
Okay, this is our first take, and we're going to see if we can do this without cracking up too much. I just thought, we would do something a little different. I'm always trying, I bring the kids, the dog, now I'm bringing a friend. But just thought we'd kind of have fun and talk about what we've been up to the last couple days. Let's see. I got here on
Thursday.
This
is Tuesday.
This is Tuesday. We're kind of a little not sure what day it is.
It's a little disoriented.
Yeah, it is. It is. This trip actually got scheduled a while ago. It's a teaching trip. I taught one on one of our little sub trips, and then we taught together.
Yes.
So we thought we'd talk to you a little bit about that along the way. We did some shopping.
Okay, whenever we walked in the door today, my husband's like, when is she going home? Because you're doing an awful lot of shopping.
Well, my husband watches this too.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, so I'm trying to introduce Beth to what stash haul is and racks and
the wonders of Floss Tube.
Exactly. So I'm hoping maybe she starts a little Floss Tube channel of her own. So I think what we'll do, I'm reading my notes, sorry. It's late. I usually film my videos during the day, but we've been out shopping, doing some important things.
And that took longer than what we had anticipated. So
anyway, so now here we are. Oh, this is going to be hard. Anyway, so we're going to talk about kind of walk you through our trip, and we'll show you our stash haul along the way. So let's see. I got here Thursday evening. Friday morning, we set off for
Cape May
to Stitch by Stitch to their retreat. I taught a class there. But first, on the way, we had to go through
Glen Mills, Pennsylvania.
Okay, which happens to be the home of the strawberry sampler.
Mm-hmm.
So, gosh, we had to stop.
Yes, and say hello to Beth and Molly.
Yeah.
And their crew.
Absolutely.
And they have a lovely shop.
Yeah, my first time there, I'll tell you, it's really nice. Nice variety, good supply of linens, that kind of thing. So we each kind of got a few things. You want to start with what you got?
Well, I know I bought something besides this, but I don't remember what it was. But the most important thing that I got is they have a great variety of linens, and they also carry a lot of lakeside linens, which I like in 40 count. So I got some exemplar and pear.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I know. Cedar plank, which that was a new one to me, and navy bean. And so I'm excited to use them. I really like to do, especially samplers on the 40 count. I like the closeness of the linen. It just seems to give a nicer look. I don't know. It just
I can't see it.
magnifiers.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't even stitch 28 without magnifiers anymore. So,
either.
If I'm going to wear the magnifiers, I might as well stitch on the count of fabric I want.
There you go.
So, so that was pretty much my stash haul from Strawberry Sampler. I know that there was something else. I think I put it away already.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll find it. Let's see. I did get a few things. I got a couple colors. Let's see. I can't show you just yet. Maybe I'll do a sneak peek next time. I am working away on the last chalk for the home.
Oh, yes.
The winter edition. So we were playing with some colors, and I have all the colors at home, but a lot of times it's nice when I'm out in the shops. Maybe I'm missing one, I didn't replace one, that kind of thing. So I'll show those another time. Just a little sneak peek of the colors. I need to do a little tweaks of the chart, and then we'll get going on that one. So I'm sure Priscilla and I will sneaks and peeks of the chart. So I did happen to get a couple charts. First one is I like drawn thread, so it's called Be Here Now. Hopefully you can see that without too much glare. It's just a pretty little saying. I like the sentiment behind it. And then this is from Artful Offerings. I I love the graphics in that. I was kind of thinking this would be cool as a, okay, this is the finisher me, as a drum. I could kind of leave off one of the rows and make them match up, you know.
Definitely.
I like that. And then I added to my my little collection of thread palettes. Home of a Stitcher. I have a couple of the other ones in this colorway.
In chalkboard, of course.
In chalkboard, yes. What else? So, was that it for?
I think so.
For Strawberry Sampler.
For Strawberry Sampler.
Again, if you're ever in the area, Beth and Molly are just really nice. They were actually hosting a retreat themselves. I think it was just a stitch-in kind of thing at the barn. And so anyway, lots of fun to go out there and see people.
Yes.
So we did eventually get to...
Cape May, New Jersey.
You're going to have to say that. I'm like, that was last week. I don't remember.
It was Cape May, New Jersey, and we found Stitch by Stitch. And again, another lovely shop.
Yes. Yeah. Huge window. Just great natural light.
I love the natural light in there. And it was kind of funny because as we were walking through the little mall area that it's in, it's kind of around the side.
We're like, where is it? Where is it? And all of a sudden,
find it?
There was a sign that said that way.
So we did indeed find it, and had just a tremendous weekend there.
Yeah, Sharon, Carol, Donna, Elena, Veronica. Thank you. She's, I think, a newer employee. So sorry, I didn't know her as well. And
is there another employee? Are we missing somebody? If we are, we're really sorry.
But I taught at their retreat. We had 50 stitchers at the retreat, which was nice. It was kind of fun. Some faces that I've seen before, some people I know on Facebook, lots of fun. I actually scheduled this a year ago. I was sitting on the beach in Florida when Sharon, the owner, called and said, would you consider coming to do this? And I knew I wasn't going to be able to go to the beach, this annual beach trip of mine, so I thought, I got to get my toes in the sand somehow. And it was my birthday weekend, and we kind of, this part of it, the summer house part of it, kind of...
That came about at Nashville Market.
That's right.
Yes.
So I taught, well, okay. The obvious for me to teach would be something beach related. But then they said, well, let's do something else, something different. So we thought fall. Well, November, now fall's kind of over. So we thought, okay, let's go into winter. And if you read a blog I did on my website, I think it's called Architect, Engineer, Cross-Stitch Designer. I kind of talked about how the whole project came together. I knew I wanted to do this sort of finish. The piece itself was called When There's Snow on the Ground. The quote is, when there's snow on the ground, I feel as if I'm walking on the clouds. There's a whole reason behind it. We don't have time for that. Anyway, but this was the piece that they did. This little house. They had pre-stitching.
Which I did not get done.
No, she didn't.
I was a really bad student.
That's okay. She helped out where she when... passing things out.
Yeah,
she was my class angel.
I was the class angel, yes.
So, but the writing was on the side. And I have to tell you, I left the back blank, and it was awesome because so many students really personalized this. They did initials, they took some of the motifs from the front, put it on the back. A lot of them actually left with it assembled. And then their little bonus piece was this scissor fob that went with it as well. And they learned how to do the finishing of it, and I think they all did really well. They did get, this was a wonderful gift from Sharon, and any information, chart information, whatever, it will be in the, as always, the comment section. This terrific little basket, this was not planned, let me tell you.
I got one too.
She did. Well, I should say, Beth came as Stitcher. The gals really got a bonus. While Beth came as Stitcher, it was kind of an introduction because Beth will be teaching at this retreat next year. And spots are already filling up. So if you're the slightest bit interested, call the shop. And we also had another designer friend who's taught there before, Janice. Hi, Janice. Of Noteworthy Needle was there. And we all brought trunk shows. Janice brought her Beeswax Bliss, which is an awesome little product. Try it if you missed out on the final stages of Thread Heaven.
Or even if you still have, a lifetime supply of Thread Heaven, try it, because I like the beeswax a whole lot better than the Thread Heaven because of that. I'm just, eco girl, and I like that aspect of it.
She is. I've had to learn all the rules of the recycling at her house. I think I failed a couple times. Anyway, this basket, okay, so I had to play a little trick on everybody.
And I fell for it.
And she did fall for it. I told them that, because this was their Friday night, this little tag, a basket tag, was the kit that they got. I designed that and everybody personalized it.
And no, but
Oh.
I worked on it. This is what I worked on, and, it's coming along. I did change it up a little.
Did you?
I did.
What'd you do?
I changed.
Oh, you're changing the colors.
I changed the colors.
I only left room for 2 initials. And then I felt bad when I saw her initials.
Okay, yes. What can I say? I mean, that's just the way it is. And then I said, well, maybe I'll just make it a little bit, enlarge it a little bit. Well, I was stitching away. I was talking and stitching away and just completely forgot and just put the BS. And then she's like, oh, how are you making out on that? And I show it to her and she goes, thought you were going to put an A in there too. Oh, well, it is what it is. So.
It's adorable, and I like your color changes.
Thank
you.
you.
Doing some color changes in
Well,
there?
the only color change I'm doing is it's this mustard color, and it's actually some floche.
Nice.
So I like doing Algerian, and I'm changed it to Algerian eye stitches instead of Smyrna cross.
Which, of course, I'm like Smyrna cross girl. Okay.
And I'm an Algerian eye girl, so and they pretty much have the same look, and they cover the same amount of space. So it's just your preference.
Yeah. Well, the lie is I told everybody that we were having a hard time sourcing the baskets. These wonderful little, I mean, look at this. And it's, these are like the sturdiest little basket I think I've ever seen. The gal, her Etsy shop, she's 1803, like the year 1803 Ohio farm baskets. I posted a picture on Sunday, and immediately I think the first couple comments were, where'd you get the basket? And I believe she is selling them on her Etsy shop, so definitely go there and look. And I did the little design, and they got the full finishing kit. There's wool felt on the back, and then they tied it on with baker's twine.
Of course. And
just a fun little look. And this all fits together. It makes a nice little grouping. So now, I've had a couple people say, are you going to make that available as a chart? This is actually, because a lot of time went into the development of this class. It is actually scheduled to be taught a few other times in the next year. So I need to keep it as such, but then definitely will release it. But so anyway, so this was what I taught there. And also, when I go to a retreat, I do a little... Sharon was very generous with what, oh my goodness, what she, they got the basket as part of their.
Yes, which is just incredible.
Yeah.
I love this little basket because I've started using the little hoops a lot, and it just fits right into the basket. It's great.
That's great. I always do a little kit kind of to go with the retreat, and I heard a few people were like, oh, she didn't do a beach theme. So I'm like, well, I can't disappoint. So I did a little season's greetings, and unbeknownst to me, Sharon gifted all the attendees with the kit. And it's got this great little flat mat board, and then you flat finish it and clip it on, and everything comes in your kit. Now, extra kits, I believe somebody said she probably was sold out of these. However, I am gifting the chart to Sharon at the shop. So I have to make a few changes. Yes, there was a typo or in it, whatever.
Always.
Yeah, always. So once I get home later this week, I'll be sending her an updated copy, and I believe they're probably going to continue kitting it. So if you're interested in the chart itself, Stitch by Stitch, Cape May, New Jersey. Call the shop. She says, don't email or whatever. Call the shop, because they do. It's a tourist town.
Yeah, it's a resort town.
So they kind of switched to winter hours here soon, but they will get back with you. So anyway, so that was Cape May. We got to the beach the morning we left. So toes in the sand. The water was not as cold as I thought it would be.
It was really nice. I mean, our jeans were encrusted with sand and water from waves, but it was really nice.
It was. It
was very nice.
Yeah, and we did a little walking tour of some of the beautiful architecture.
Yes.
Just amazing.
If you've never been to Cape May and you are remotely interested in architecture, it is a must-see because the Victorian architecture is phenomenal.
It is.
And because of it being a resort town, and that is one of their claim to fame, they are really good with keeping all the maintenance, and you know, the paint was beautiful on all of the homes, and
just a little detail, the little molding.
It was just top notch. It was really nice.
If you follow me at all on Facebook, I think I posted some pictures. You posted some on Instagram. By the way, just a little insert there. I am on Instagram, hands.on.design, and Beth is also.
Yes, Summer House Stitchworks.
Okay, so I think we posted some pictures on there. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, so that was.
Well, we didn't do our stash.
Oh, that's right.
Of course. It was a needlework shop, and you cannot walk into a needlework shop without walking out with something. So,
okay,
what did I get? Okay. Well, I have been collecting the Blackbird stockings for quite some time because I am so entranced with the trees that have all the stockings done on them. I just think they're lovely. So, so whenever I see one that I did not get, I pick up. And I ended up with 3 of them this time, and I think that almost does it for me. So, and it starts to get fun because they're not as available as they used to be. So, just, you know, you can really get in there and look at all those stash and have fun. So I got that, and I also.
Well, I got. Go ahead.
Okay, and I also got the newest edition of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and a lot of nice things. And I will say that a lot of the ladies were just going through this. There was a group of them who had all gotten a new copy, and they were going through page by page and
just drooling,
evaluating all of the projects and planning what their projects were going to be, and just really dissecting the whole magazine. So that was nice to see. So I got that.
Did you get that?
Oh yes, and I mentioned doing the Algerian eye stitches in Floss, and Floss is single strand. It is a cotton.
It's a matte twisted cotton.
And it's really fun to work with. So I got some lovely colors. I don't think it's made anymore, which is why whenever I saw the lovely colors, I grabbed a lot.
They may make it just in white, maybe white and black, but not the pretty colors.
And it stands out a little bit differently than Floss does on the fabric. And so to do like the Algerian eye stitches and some of the specialty stitches, I really like to use it. So yeah, so I was quite pleased that Sharon had a bunch of colors, because a lot of times when you do see it, you see it in black and white.
And those have a lot of yardage on them, so that'll last you a long time.
I mean, I don't think I'll ever need them again.
So anything else?
No, I think that did it for there.
Well, unfortunately, partly because I was concentrated on teaching so much, I realized it came away and didn't really do as much stash enhancement.
I did stash enhancement for her.
She did.
I did.
Well, we got lovely gift bags. There was some chocolates and some saltwater taffy in there. Sorry, I can't show those to you for obvious reasons. But anyway, so Sharon got these cute little, her
little logo.
Her little logo done in with the zappy dots. So the stitch magnet, which was awesome. And then Cape May, you know, you hear people talk about the New Jersey Parkway, or Turnpike, sorry. And Cape May is at exit 0. So Stitch by Stitch has both needle point painted canvas, which is done actually by a local designer, a local artist. Beautiful beach themes, so she kind of does, crosses both cross stitch and needlepoint. But they had somebody local do these sweet little exit zero charts, and it just comes as a little kit. So I got that. Beth actually went over to the shop while I was still working with. This was a day-long class, and
Yes.
And while everybody was wonderful, it was, this was kind of an ambitious project. So we worked the whole day, and those stitchers were troopers, let me tell you, because a lot of them got theirs done. But anyway, so I thought this would be a nice little, I like to get a little memento of where I was. So
And it's
I'm
very
happy.
appropriate. I did not realize this before, but New Jersey people, when they're talking to each other, apparently they say, "What exit are you from?" And it's a thing.
Yeah.
That, well, I'm exit 0.
Yep.
I'm exit 50. If there is an exit 50.
Maybe.
But I don't know. But just a little nuance of New Jersey that we learned.
Yeah. So Sunday, after we did the little walk on the beach and little walking tour to see some of the homes, we drove back. We drove back home.
Yes.
I've been calling this home. We drove back to Mechanicsburg to Beth's house, and we got home literally with 45 minutes to spare. This part of the trip, this has been a very full trip, let me tell you. My birthday was Monday on the 6th. My mom's birthday is a week after mine on the 13th. My parents live in the Pittsburgh area. That's where I grew up. I live in Iowa, and I still have one sister in the Pittsburgh area at South Hills, and I guess I don't need to say that. But anyway, don't go see her. And then I have another sister in Virginia, and my niece, her middle daughter, is living with her right now. And so they drove up, my mom and dad and sister drove out from Pittsburgh, and we all met in, Beth recommended a really great restaurant, Rock
Bass Grill.
I can't say that.
And it's right on the river.
Yep, it was beautiful. Although it was dark, we couldn't see much.
It's really beautiful in the summer, and you're there for the evening, and you can look across to the Capitol, and
great seafood.
Really nice.
This Iowa girl does not get much seafood, so I've been eating it a lot while I'm here. The nice thing was it was a significant birthday coming up for my mom, and it was nice that we could get together, because we're scattered all over. We just don't get to do that much, and being the night before my birthday, they celebrated for me as well. So it was a beautiful restaurant, a beautiful meal, and a wonderful time. I think as I get older, I've learned that you just kind of have to take advantage of the moments. I mean, even though I was only able to meet with them for a couple hours, that was a couple hours I didn't think I'd have. So it was nice to do that. And thanks for recommending the place and driving me there.
Yeah, and driving her there.
I have no car. But anyway, and so Monday morning, we woke up very early. And headed
off to Lancaster, which is it's pretty much an hour south. Depends on the traffic, but that time in the morning, it's pretty much an hour south.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
No.
But we went to Stitches Unlimited. Pat is the owner there. When Pat heard that I was coming to
Stitch by Stitch,
and that I would be staying with Beth, she kind of got the idea that, maybe she could tack on a couple days to my trip, and I was already here, so, and then we decided that we were going to do this class together and come up with the Winter Woods, and we've actually stitched it already, or taught it already once at Galleria, and so we wanted to teach it again. Should we show?
Yes. So, these are the projects, and mine is called Winterberry, and it's a nice elongated strawberry with...
Oh, we show the top.
Oh, yes. The top is really a lot of fun. It's wool felt and blanket stitched, and then we put an eyelet in it and put the twisted cord thread through, so makes the nice loop. Could be an ornament, scissor fob, whatever just to hang. You know what I do a lot? I don't know if you've noticed, but I hang things on little knobs. There's ornaments that I don't want to put away, because some of them are just really special.
I will say, and kind of being around her house, she actually decorates with her designs, which is, I have to say, it's something I don't, and I really, really should. Because it's neat.
So and right behind me. Well, this one hasn't got. This is from just cross stitch ornament issue. So there's the ornament for that. But just hanging on a on a drawer knob, and another place to spread the love of your stitching.
Yep.
So
Beth taught the morning class. These were both half-day classes. They had pre-stitching, and I think most everybody got theirs done. We had about 24, 25 stitchers. Pat she has a cute little shop.
It's a lot like Pat. Pat is just this cute little powerhouse of a woman.
Absolutely, yes.
And that is the way her shop is. It is a sweet little shop, and it is full of needlepoint and cross stitch both.
Tons of models.
Yes, tons of models, and really laid out well. She uses her space to great advantage, and it doesn't feel like you're in this closed-in shop. It definitely has an airy, open feel to it. So
and she got a room there. She's in a little shopping center. There was a restaurant there, and then they had a meeting room, and that's what we were in all day. And they fed us. It's great lunch.
An incredible lunch that was way too big.
Yeah. And then as I completely unbeknownst to me, because back when Pat asked me to do this at market last year, she said, when I told her it would be my birthday, she said, well, do you mind doing this on your birthday? And I said, no, I don't mind it at all, but there better be cake. And there was.
And there was.
After lunch, I was, it went over my head because I was up to teach next, so I was kind of, prepping for that. And next thing I know, out comes this humongous piece of cake, and they all sang happy birthday to me. So that was fun. That's a great way. It was a great way to spend with friends and with stitchers. What else could I ask? So, but anyway, this was my piece, The Winter Woods.
Yeah, you've got to see the back.
Yeah, that's just a fun little extra touch on the back. Life is about the embellishments. Little tag, little hand-dyed buttons. And again, these are also class pieces that we'll be teaching at future times. So if you're wondering about releasing,
not yet.
At some point,
not
yet. So
watch for class.
Yeah,
watch for the classes.
Yep. So, and this was kind of fun. We got,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for now, notice that we haven't eaten these, so...
But,
Dessert tonight?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Gifts for the teacher, while not mandatory, are also accepted.
Yes, very, and way better than an apple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, way better. Anyway, so class was fun, and like I said, I think probably most everybody who came with their pre-stitching done went away with two complete pieces.
Yeah.
And they got, and remember that little kit, like the season's greetings that Beth gave everybody a chart. And then so the season's greetings, again, I also do a fun little piece, and this was plaid tidings. Again, kit included the board and everything to complete it, and those were, Pat gave those to all the attendees as well. And since these were just left yesterday, she had a few of these left. So Call Stitches Unlimited, if you're interested in the kit. I think it's like 15, includes everything. So you get all of it in there. So plaid tidings, just kind of, and if you can't see, you're like, plaid tidings, isn't it glad tidings? The board in the back is plaid. Just a little holiday wordplay,
Very fun.
I don't know. I cracked myself up. What can I say? So, class was good. Stash?
Stash, yes. Stash from there. Well, as I mentioned from Stitch by Stitch, there's always the charts that you wish you had bought.
Yeah.
But there's so many all the time.
Yeah.
And so this is one that I never got. It's a Birds of the Feather, and what's it called again? No Bees, No Honey. And I just love that. And in my kitchen, I have a lot of bee cross stitch.
She does.
Yeah. So, this will end up getting there someday. maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But I picked that up, and Pat was also telling me, since I taught a strawberry, one of the things she said, did you see the Brenda Jarvet Schoolhouse little strawberry? And I had not. Or I may have, and it just wasn't registering with me. But anyway, in her shop, she had the chart that includes it. Where is it at? There's a picture of it on the very bottom, and I think that that is just adorable. So this was the Summer Schoolhouse lesson number 4, and because there is also a hornbook chart that's included with it, and Pat had the hornbooks there. I love the cover, which that that just kind of said Beth right there, and then that was the hornbook. So it looks like it's something that I'll have to finish and paint, but it looked very nice. Miss Polly's hornbook. So
I didn't see that until we started organizing for the video, and I was like,
where'd you see
I
that?
didn't see
Where'd
that.
you get that at?
Because I think one would have made it into my basket. So,
yeah, I guess that was my stash. My stash from Stitches Unlimited. What did you get at Stitches Unlimited? Well, we got these lovely.
She asked us, we were just about to leave, she goes, oh, would you like a goodie bag?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this great little clear bag that's got her logo imprinted on it. And of course I turned it over right away. And
oh, yeah.
I actually forgot about that. Or why is that still there?
I don't know.
It's not a prop.
I put the Kit Kat in my desk for another day.
Okay. But lots of cute little scissors, and I haven't even really had a chance to. Oh, I see needles.
Yes, some Mary Arden needle, and yeah, a really nice needle threader, because it's one of the metal ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, great minds think alike.
Look what she got. Now, I must say that I don't think she really saw my stash from from Stitch by Stitch there.
No.
I'm getting my stitches all mixed up. So the fact that we both bought it says that,
It's a great magazine. Deb's doing
nice.
an awesome job with this. I love, I don't know that there's one in there that I don't like. So,
yeah.
I don't know. And then I decided that I usually get my boys Santas for ornaments. And in the past couple of years, I've kind of gone away from stitching them, but I thought maybe I'm at that point where they're getting older, and I kind of like
and they're going to appreciate it more.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So I was kind of looking around the shop, and these just kind of struck me. And I've got a stitching retreat coming up, not next weekend, but the following weekend. And these will be just quick little stitches. They're the little You Better Not Pout, UEWE, and Joy to You. Shepherd's Bush, and with the little buttons. And of course I wanted to do it a little differently, because I think this was on like an 18 count over 2 or something like that. So I'm going to make them little ornaments. That's a 28 count cashel. I'm not sure of the color, but I just think the Christmas colors. And I got the Simply Wool to do the sheep, so I just think that's all going to pop right off. And
it sure will.
Yeah, make sweet little ornaments.
I love ornaments stitched in the Simply Wool, because I don't know, it's just that the wool, it's warm, it's cozy, and it just really evokes that feeling of Christmas.
I think I can probably get these stitched in my weekend. Finished is another. We'll get there. So, anyway, let me see. Well, then it was my birthday, so we were kind of thinking like, oh, we're gonna go out to dinner.
Yeah. The original plan was we were going to go out to dinner somewhere, because there's a lot of restaurants between here and Lancaster.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we were a little tired. And then we thought, well, we'll order pizza and go home. Put our jammies on, go home and talk and stitch and visit,
have it delivered.
And then we kind of got thinking pizza. It was getting a little late, and we're like, so actually I think we just did Panera, soup and salad.
Yeah.
We're getting old. We can't handle pizza anymore. But anyway, Beth gave me a lovely present. Other than just spending time with her, and it's been one of these. I got this. I'll pay for this. No, you. Just whatever. Are you okay?
Yeah, I need to go get water. You talk about your birthday.
Well, I'll talk about her while she's gone. So, anyway, so she gave me this beautiful book, and now I actually grew up in the Pittsburgh area, so kind of being back in Pennsylvania. Although this is central Pennsylvania, and I grew up in southwestern Pennsylvania. Seeing the mountains, I grew up with the mountains, because where I am, we don't have mountains. We have plains. But anyway, so it's kind of brought, you know, it's been fun to see the colors in the mountains again. When I arrived, it was hot. Well, I call it hot. It was, you know, mid-70s. I brought a winter coat with me. I'm thinking I dressed completely wrong for this trip. But today, the weather's changed. I feel like I brought, sorry, folks of central Pennsylvania, I feel like I brought the bad weather with me because today we actually had snow. But anyway, Beth gave me this beautiful book, Quilts of Cumberland County. And, you know, she knows I like to quilt, and while, you know, her style is more to the, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, good. I didn't kill her yet. But there's just tons of inspiration in here, and I just, you know, I just love being a quilter, and just, you know, I have a wide variety of tastes and loves, and so I'm going to really enjoy sitting down when I get home. We haven't had an opportunity yet, but you know, I'm going to really kind of pour over this book when I get home. So that was a really nice gift, and thank you.
You're very welcome.
So,
Happy birthday.
Yeah. What did somebody say? 29 and holding. So
I think that was my husband. You know.
Yeah.
And they're the same age. So.
I know. I don't think he thought I was that old. So when I said I was the same age, I think he was a little surprised.
See, you're.
I don't, whatever. But I'm not at the point where I'm like, it's just a day, but it is kind of just a day. So,
it was a fun day.
It was a very fun day. It's been a very fun trip.
Yes.
Today, I purposely spent another day because we've just been up early, up late, talking, teaching, working, and believe it or not, I mean, we've had a ton of fun, but this is our job, and it's a job we both love, and even though, you know, we kind of have different styles, we come at it with, I think, the same attitude that, you know, this is what we love to do, and we both feel very fortunate that we get to travel and do this kind of thing. So, and the fact that I can, you know, spend some time with a friend and do it is terrific. So today we had a free day, but we kind of worked a little bit too.
We did, because we had packing and unpacking. Well, we had to do the unpacking before we could pack again.
Yeah.
And I had orders to ship out, so, and you had things that...
Send all my stuff back home, my trunk
class
show.
supplies, yes. So we had to get all of that taken care of this morning. So...
We did that, and then...
we also did some brainstorming this morning with color.
Yeah, we did. We did. It's nice to be able to bounce some of that off, you know, somebody else who kind of, you know, we're pretty honest with each other.
Yes.
Yeah. I think sometimes that's a good thing and maybe not a good thing.
As my illustration professor said, the garbage can is your best friend. And sometimes your best friend has to say, use the garbage can.
I don't think we've had to do that too much.
No, we just usually, we're a little more polite than that.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time. We just say, well, you know, maybe a little tweak.
How about try this?
Yeah, a little tweak here, a little tweak there. And,
so, but lots of fun. And then we did do a little shopping, because I always hear, I mean, I have antique shops and quilt shops where I am, but, you know, it's always better in somebody else's backyard.
We never even got to the antique shops.
No.
Unfortunately.
No, but she took me to a really cool quilt shop. And she kept saying, we have to go over the mountain to go to this quilt shop. And I'm like, okay, yeah. We went over a mountain.
Yeah. And it was beautiful today.
It was. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
Even with the snow.
I kept saying on the way over the mountain to the quilt shop, I said, boy, I sure wouldn't want to drive on this in the snow. And guess what? On the way back, we did.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. Even though the snow was laying on top of the mountain because higher elevation. But
so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And now we're doing this, and it'll probably be early to bed for me just because, well, probably for both of us, because you have to drive me to the airport kind of early.
Yeah.
And back home tomorrow afternoon, and back to it. Back to it, yeah.
Yes.
Because boy, you know,
Nashville will be creeping up on us before we know it.
Yes. But you know, we that's kind of fun because we talk a lot about it. You know, she's kind of I've been privy to a few of what she's working on. I've kind of talked some ideas through with her, and that's really good. And I, I get to do this a little bit more, talking with you about what my new releases are, and I actually just had a couple new releases not too long ago, and since I'm kind of showing Beth the floss tube ropes for the next little bit.
Okay, take it away, Sam. Okay, so I have had some new releases in the last few weeks, and they have not gone to distributors yet, but hopefully by the end of the week. The first is Fruitful Valley, and it's just a really nice, fun, quick stitch. As you can see, not super big. This is stitched on 32 count Country French Coca Cafe Mocha from Wilchot. Do I say that right? I know.
Wilchot.
Wilchot. Well, I don't know why. I have to see it. It's one of those words that I should have written it out.
Can I show him something?
Yeah. Oh. I faked framed it. The lacing just isn't done. Sometimes you just have to do these things, and it will get done eventually. It's been like this for a good month now.
Yeah.
But
it went out on a trunk show like that, didn't it?
Well, yeah, it actually went to Myrtle Beach and everywhere that I went in October. So,
I'm glad to know somebody else does that.
Yes. So, but I originally designed this for Stitching in the Valley, which was a little retreat that, what's her shop name? Valley Needleworks. I don't know why I just
in the Valley Needleworks.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
We've been a lot of places in the last month.
In Middletown, Virginia, and so it's kind of an ode to the Shenandoah Valley with a lot, all the fruit. It's a big fruit production area, especially apples. So that was kind of the inspiration for that.
Pretty colors.
Yeah, nice fall piece, and then love this. Yes. This is Winter Cometh, and inspired by antique wool coverlets. I have to say that I love this piece. I even started to stitch it, and I got at least to about right here. I knew the colors were where I wanted them, and then I had to hand it off to my sister. I did stitch this on 40 count because it was me that started to stitch it. So you can always do it on a larger count. It's just going to be a little bit bigger, but
it's a nice manageable size.
It
on
is
40 count.
It really is, and it's a lakeside linen, and I think exemplar. Was
very pretty.
Yes. So yeah, just loving that one, and yeah, it's kind of here comes winter, which we experienced today.
Winter cometh today.
It cometh today. So those are available. I've also been working on some class pieces.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
This class piece is just really, really special to me. I'm going to be teaching it up in a Stitcher's Garden in Fayetteville, New York in March. I think it's the second weekend of March. So if you're interested after seeing this little preview, then give Jan a call.
We'll put shop information.
Yeah, we'll put some shop information there for you.
I think this is cool.
It is. And I'll show you, this is the inspiration piece. This was my grandmother's needle book, and my grandmother did not stitch. My grandmother did not sew. My grandmother, well, she could sew on a button, and if something needed hemmed, she could hem, but it wasn't very neat, and it was not her forte, it was not her thing.
But that's what grandmas did then.
And she was not afraid to say, this is not my thing. But she did have this lovely, lovely needle book that my great-great-aunt had given to her. And Aunt Grace was apparently a very lovely woman. My grandmother always spoke very highly of her in very loving terms. So I think she was just an extra special lady. See if I can open this. It's not in the best of shape, but as you can see, probably because as a kid I opened and closed this thing about 1,000 times. It opens up to reveal almost like a 4-leaf clover. And it's what I call articulated sides because they bend in the center. and it all closes up. Like I said, it needs some help. It's been around for a while.
Really cool.
So that was the inspiration piece, and then this is what I did with it. It has a lovely flowers, very kind of samplery, primmy kind of urn and so on there. And then this is the back with initials. And then it opens up.
So cool.
And as you can see, the sides, the articulated sides, are two different types of quilt fabric. And that's Judy Rothermel, if you are at all familiar with any of the fabric line designers. She has a shop called Schoolhouse Quilts in Canton, Ohio, and she does a lot of reproduction fabrics and also the 1930s reproduction, so it's not just all Civil War. She has a line called Aunt Grace, which I've got a whole stack of it back there because I love it just as much as I love the Civil War reproductions. But yeah, this is just really special, and you know, just the way that it opens up is wonderful. So there's no pre-stitching with this class, but we're going to be learning the processes of putting it together.
And Beth is an excellent teacher.
Well,
so.
thank you. So is Cathy. Thank you. But I will lead you through it. And then another piece is this little floss tag. And you can see with an eyelet and wool. And that's another piece. This is a whole weekend-long retreat, so we have different opportunities for teaching and learning. So, and then there's also going to be another piece. It's not quite done yet.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned something new.
Yeah. So it's not quite done yet, so I'm not going to show that. It's kind of going to be more of a surprise for the class.
Okay.
So
That's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. That is Grandma's Heart Needlebook, and a Stitcher's Garden in Fayetteville, New York, and it will be next March 2018.
Right after market.
Yes, 2 weeks after market. So it'll be good to have that all done under the belt.
So wow, that's you know, that's a lot of fantastic, and I know you have a pretty full class calendar for next year.
Yes.
I'm kind of booked for 2018 as well, and I think that's, you know, it's part of the job that I don't know, I think we both love.
Yes, definitely.
You know, it's fun to get out and meet stitchers. We meet these shop owners a lot of times at market, and so it's kind of fun to go see their hometown, because we meet in a business setting in Nashville, and so it's kind of fun to go and see their shop and meet stitchers. And I think we've both done it enough. We've seen stitchers come again and again and again, and it's always, you know, hi, it's like a reunion, you know. So,
but it's just fun, because there's always, you know, finishing can be so intimidating if you know, not everybody can read directions. And, you know, everybody has their skills and their gifts, and finishing is usually the really hard part for people. So when they get those aha moments, it just makes it all worthwhile, and it's a lot of fun to pass it all on. There
was a gal in yesterday's class, when she was walking out, she said, I used to be intimidated by finishing, but not anymore. And let me tell you, that was about the coolest moment of the day.
Makes you feel like you've really accomplished something, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So this has been fun. Like I said, I go home tomorrow, and
have we really been talking for that long? Oh my!
She was thinking we were going to do 15 minutes.
Oh wow! See, we're this way on the phone as well.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Sometimes we have to set a timer. Or our husbands walk in and go,
yeah, it's been a while. You might want to get something else accomplished today.
Anyway, so it's been a great visit. It's been a great visit.
Yes, it was great meeting you all.
Yep, and so hopefully we can talk Beth into doing a floss tube, so keep an eye out for that.
I do already have a YouTube channel. Okay. So we're going to try to cross-post this, and hopefully that works out well. And I bought the little dooflicky for my... She's
not using the sticky tack, so we're going... That's what I used the first couple times anyway.
Yeah, so yeah, I bought the,
the whole $25. Again, I said it was $10. It was really $25.
Well, it was one that was an open package, so I got it for $23.
That's right,
yeah.
you did. You got the bargain of the day.
Yeah, I got the bargain of the day. So yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching, and till we talk again.
Yes, we'll see you later.
Enjoy the stitch. Bye bye.